These guys have a laser welder here and we are about to try it. So you can pulse the machine so it looks like a TIG did it. They said this was done in 15 minutes, start to finish.
That's pretty trick, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a keychain. No, that's great. Looks like a keychain deal.
This one's like a spot weld. Aluminum. Crazy. They're at IPGPHOTONICS and they have a laser welder. You've seen these things on like Facebook and whatever, like say, oh, $15 you buy a laser welder. It's not the case. They're like 25, 35,000 depending what you get. But man, we just tried it and this thing is so cool. Check this out.
This guy here is Lightweld XR, our fiber laser based handheld welding system. So inside this box here we have the laser itself, all the control electronics for the system, and air cooling for the laser. From the backside of the unit we have the fiber cable running all the way here to our welding head. The optical fiber ends approximately here.
Okay.
That's where the laser beam exits the fiber, and after that it gets to this section where we have a rotating mirror that we can use to manipulate the laser beam position. What it actually means is that if you look at this red pointing dial here, that shows you exactly where the laser beam is going to hit your workpiece. Yeah. Now during the welding process, you can see how that like expands into a line. So that is now our mirror doing very fast back and forth motion to create that line pattern. So for example, if you think about a traditional TIG welding process where you would be doing that wheel motion while you are welding, now in this case the mirror is actually doing that work for you.
Wow.
So you are pretty much just traveling straight, and in the meantime, the mirror.
The mirror is doing the weave.
Takes care of the weave motion. On the welding head, we have two triggers. The first one is for the shielding gas. The second one is the actual laser trigger. However, because of the safety interlocks in the system, you cannot fire the laser unless the nozzle tip is in contact with the workpiece.
Okay.
So here we have our safety interlock wire connected to our welding table, which means that, for example, if I'm welding something here, if I lift the weld gun off the workpiece, the laser will turn off right away. So that's a safety feature to make sure that the operators cannot like shoot the laser beam in random directions in their hands or anything like that. The way the process works is that first you get the shielding gas going. The welding head shows this solid green indicator light. Then you get the nozzle tip in contact with the workpiece. The indicator light starts flashing. That means now the laser is actually ready to fire. So for today's demo, we will use these 14 gauge stainless steel plates. First, we will put a couple of tack welds there to hold the plates together, and then we will use the wire welding program for this weld here.
Very cool.
Here we have our quick start recipe guide for this system. So we have pre-optimized fusion welding programs for different materials, tack welding programs, cleaning programs, and wire welding programs. In this case, we will get started with the tack welding function. So the material today is stainless steel. We will use program A0, already chosen here. And the laser power level basically defines the weld penetration depth in the material.
Gotcha.
So this power level is just sufficient so that you get like a good heat signature on the back side of the plates, but no excess light burning or anything. The tack welding function is a fixed time routine where the laser first ramps up, stays on for a couple of seconds, and then ramps down. Basically, you keep holding both triggers until the program completes. The laser will turn off on its own once the program is done. So to give you guys an idea how this process works, I will weld the first tack here myself, and then I will let you guys play with the tool.
Very cool.
So first, get the shielding gas going. Then get the nozzle tip in contact with the workpiece. Then plug it in here. You are pretty much ready to weld.
So you are actually making contact right
Yeah,
with the tip
just
on an angle?
like rest the nozzle tip on the workpiece surface, and as it comes to the gun angle, like keep this trigger surface parallel to the workpiece surface.
Right.
Very cool.
Who wants to go first?
I will first.
So, start the gas.
Yeah, get the gas going first.
Yep.
Nozzle tip in contact.
On we go.
Yeah, just go.
And you hold it till it's done?
Yeah, just keep holding the laser trigger until the program completes.
Oh, right.
Let's try on another spot there.
So,
Yeah. You can put like a third tack rod.
so when it stops flashing,
So just keep holding the laser trigger.
It'll stop on its
The
own.
laser will turn off on its own.
okay.
Oh,
And then we can set up another sample part here. There you go. Your turn.
you want to hold this? So the shielding gas first,
Shoot the gas first.
and then handle parallel with the work surface.
Yeah, that looks good.
That's crazy.
And maybe one more down there. Very good. And on the back side of the part, you can see that we have a good consistent heat signature for penetration.
Wow, man. Very cool.
So then, before the next process step, I will just clamp our sample part here. And then let's make a few modifications. So let's go to program A2. That is our wire welding program for stainless steel. Now with this program, whenever you are holding the laser trigger, the wire feeder will be running.
Wow, eh?
And this actually makes your welding process very easy because the wire feeder will be like pushing you. So basically, you start from that end, keep the wire tip there in the groove, welding head at 45-degree angle, and then once you get the laser going, you will notice how the wire feeder starts pushing you. Don't fight back, just let the wire feeder go. That will take you all the way to the other end.
So it'll walk you to the end of the piece by itself.
The easiest way to end the weld is just run over the edge, because that way the interlock will like cut off the process.
Oh, because you got off the material.
Right.
Yeah, give it a shot. Wow, that's cool.
So same idea with the gas?
The shielding gas has to be running all the time. Very good.
Wow.
Look at that.
I see what you mean. Like my hand was free. Just let it do its thing.
It's
Holy!
It's like a cruise control for your welding
Yeah.
process.
That's crazy.
And on the back side,
Wow.
good heat signature. But still, at the same time, I mean, the part is a little bit warm, but not like super hot by any means, and there's like no heat deformation at all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So at
even
the
the-
end there, when I got to the end, I kind of
maybe slightly like slowed down or something, but other than that looks
That's
great.
crazy.
yeah.
So the ones outside with it looks like a TIG weld. It's like pulsed. Was that the same? It's the same idea. It's just a different setting.
Now that you asked, let's do this. So we can.
One like with the dimples
we can-
almost.
Like it looks like a stack of
so-
dimes kind of deal.
Like
Oh.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
almost like a dime stacking. So we can switch.
Different program, I guess.
So with this program, the laser was continuously on, but we can switch to our pulse modulation program. So here we go. So now the laser will be pulsing on and off. The wire feeder will be running at the same speed, so everything works in the same way like before.
Okay.
But the laser is now just pulsing.
All right.
So that way you get the different.
Just more aesthetic thing than anything.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow, eh? That is crazy. Holy cow.
So then let's set up
Yeah, let's
the
try
other
this.
sample.
So same setting with that?
I mean,
I'll do the regular one first, I guess.
So
that way.
I'll go back to the like continuous mode. You are
8 minutes.
good to go.
Cool.
So a 45-degree angle?
Yeah.
I can hold your phone while
Oh,
you're
awesome.
welding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Holy crap. Thanks.
Then
That's crazy.
switch the part over, and then you can do the pulse modulation on the backside. And you are good to go.
That's nuts, eh? So if I tried it, can you do that on like a flat piece as well? Or is that tricky? Because it wouldn't hold the wire like
I
kind
mean,
of
if you want to, you can run another pass there.
just like on the flat section?
Yeah, just play around.
Alright.
Let's just zap the laser real quick to break block apart.
Messed it up.
So that's why you come right off with it to end the program.
I mean, the other way is just to like leave the gun off. The
Look at that.
workpiece,
At the program.
yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. Thanks so much for this.
Thank you.
Sure.
Really cool.
Nice work.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
the
awesome
machine
work.
did it all.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
Wasn't-
crazy. Very cool.
Makes us look good. Well, you're pretty good.
So what's that machine called then? That one there.
So the most basic model. With that one, you can weld steels and aluminum up to 4 millimeters or 160 thousandths of an inch.
Okay.
These ones start from low 20s, like 22, 23K. But then, like these units that we have here, with this one, we have a more comprehensive list of materials. So in addition to steels and aluminum, you can also do more challenging materials like copper, nickel alloys, titanium, and now the maximum penetration depth is 6 millimeter or
Quarter inch. Wow.
So for these ones, the pricing is like 30 to 33K.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Amazing.
Really cool. That's crazy. Oh, there it goes. I just want to take the time to thank everyone at IPGPHOTONICS and Lightweld for showing us that crazy machine. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up, like, share it with a friend, or subscribe to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.